I'm here to be my authentic self. My perception of myself creates my reality. Oh, Shama! Girl, I felt that in my gut. Like, I just felt that like I never wrote it. Like, I wrote this. This is like the Mandela effect or something.
It's just about the way I live life, baby, like no control. I don't like no control. If you got a badge, I don't even care if you write that check. Fuck that no check. Matter what you've been doing, I won't let you control me, no.
What's good, everybody? I'm JaNaya. This is JaNaya's World. So I'm just making a quick little vid. I just was about to create a morning routine in my free spirit journal. And I went back to the beginning of this journal, which was when I first did my spiritual bath, all the way in September. My first spiritual bath, September 2nd. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that I wrote all of this stuff about shadow work, my shadow self, my true self. Yet I just made a video like 2 weeks ago when I read my natal birth chart, just talking about this as if I never knew it. That's crazy, right? How you just have that amnesia. I got amnesia. You just forget. Like, wow. Those that are outside of me cannot control what is within me. I am responsible for myself. Every time I get irritated, I need to self-reflect. Right now, I am focused on shadow work. Looking within and shedding light on the things within me that are considered negative. Shedding light on these negatives. Recognize how these things affect who you are right now. If there are ways you do not wish to be affected, be aware and change it in real time. I wrote this like, when you learn to accept your dark side, you become your true self. I need to learn to stop caring about others' perception of me and just be real. So maybe the point is not to become something different, but to illuminate what really, truly is. By JaNaya Lee. Like, so how the fuck was you just acting like you had no idea about any of this just the other day? Like, what the fuck? Are you dumb? Like, what? You just wrote a whole essay. No, I'm just saying. Rewind it back to the video of me just really being amazed at this shit like I had never heard it before. That the fall from grace / heaven was actually when you stopped operating from your true shadow self. She owned to something with this one. I always ask myself, am I who I really am? Or am I who I choose to be? My greatest self is my true self, not necessarily the self I think others will love. And I said this. Yet when somebody else said it to me 2 weeks ago, I acted like, wow, that's so amazing. Like, I cannot believe somebody knew this. Like, why nobody never tell me this? Like, girl, you fucking knew. Or maybe it just resonated with me because I already knew. And I just needed to be reminded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's the cognitive dissonance. Like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm so stuck in just doing the same things. I wrote on September 13th, 2020, learn to love your flaws. Embrace your shadow self. Accept your undesirable qualities. Like, wow. I am so smart. Like, what? I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be my authentic self. My perception of myself creates my reality. This must have been a download. And I didn't even realize that I was downloading this information. I am not here to be perfect. I'm here to be my authentic self. My perception of myself creates my reality. Oh, Shama! Girl, I felt that in my gut. Like, I just felt that like I never wrote it. Like, I wrote this. This is like the Mandela effect or something. Like, this is my handwriting. I know my handwriting when I see it. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be my authentic self. My perception of myself creates my reality. I'm about to cry. Like, yes. It's the God in me. God in me. It's the God in me. God. No. And then I wrote this last little message right here. I don't think I had a traumatic childhood, so I'm not sure where these shadows root from. My mother wasn't emotionally unavailable. I was. I never tried to express true emotions to her. For as long as I can remember, I just wanted to be perfect. Mm! Mm! To the motherfucking mm. Come on, somebody. See, my thing about it is I always make it somebody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't do anything wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't take accountability for my actions. Let's just put it that way. I don't always like to take accountability for my actions. So, and I'm always like, well, you did this to make me do this. You did this to make me do this. And as this last little paragraph, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where this little paragraph came from because it really don't flow with, you know what I'm saying, the rest of everything I was saying. But maybe I took a break and came back or something. You never know. With this example, my mother wasn't emotionally unavailable. I expressed that. I believe I expressed that because sometimes my mother, as an example, I may be like, well, my mother didn't, give me enough hugs as a child or stupid shit like that. But my mother really wasn't emotionally unavailable. If I could count, if I had $1 for every time my mama said, if there's ever anything you want to talk about or anything, please, I want you to come to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, no, there's nothing. No, nothing. I don't want to talk about anything. No, there's nothing. And then on the other end of it, I would be like, this is just an example, everybody, okay? And then on the other end of it, I would be like, oh, my mama like everybody else kids more than she like me. Like, she always, doing this and this for everybody else kids. And you know what I'm saying? But it's like you don't even allow her to do that for you for some reason, sweetie. You're emotionally unavailable to everybody. That's a part of my shadow self. But do I really need to change that? Or do I just need to shed light on it? See, become aware of why I'm behaving this way and decide how I want to move forward. I want to be progressive. I want to be upward moving. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave the past in the past. Come on, somebody. I want to leave the past in the past. I don't want to be fiddling and diddling and still allowing the past to affect my presence in this moment. Okay, Nene. Wise one. That's it. I'm probably just like a genie or something. Like, I'm probably like from the future, the future's past. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I write this when I didn't even know it yet? But I knew it. But then when I found out, I didn't know it. But then I wrote it. I'm impressed. Like, I need to go read some of my other journals. Like, I'm gonna just end the video like this. I wrote a page right after this paragraph about how my mother was not emotionally unavailable. I was. My dark side. That's what I titled the page. All right. Um Gosh, do I really want to read all of these? I'm not reading all of these. So these are things that I perceive to be my shadow side or things that I convict myself for because I wrote it, but I'm not going to say it on this video. That's just doing too much. But all right, my dark side. Eating habits, meat, sugar, laziness, lack of productivity, loss of my father, inability to say no and put myself first, inability to freely, honestly communicate, inability to speak up for myself, inability to express honest emotions, fear of not being heard or accepted, fear of not being liked, the need to always be right, exposure to sex at a young age, ooh, inferiority complex, lack of commitment, cheating, infidelity. Sorry, it's nothing funny about nothing on here. Like, it's not. But just the fact that I really wrote this stuff, I really, I really let it all hang out. Okay. Whew. Seeking attention from men, validation from male relationships. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up right there. We that's all right. Never mind. Just never mind. I have to say all that now. Dang, some stuff you supposed to take to the grave, ain't it? Some stuff you supposed to take to the grave, ain't it? Thanks for watching. This is JaNaya's world. I'm JaNaya.
I won't let you